Good morning, Fort McMurray, Wood Buffalo, and the rest of the world. You've tuned in to the Mac City Morning Show. I am your host, Elliot Pierre, and we're going to start today's episode off the same way we start every episode off, with a moment of gratitude. I know that you could be doing a million other things with your time, and the fact that you spend it with us truly does mean the world to me. So thank you. On that note, Tanner, hit him with the intro.
How's she cutting me, loves? You're listening to the Mac City Morning Show.
Everybody, Keith Simpson here from Norrell Toyota. Just a quick chat about the wonderful community we live in here. As you guys know, we support the Oil Barons. We've joined the drive-in movie theater. We're involved in the marathon here in Fort McMurray, and make sure we're taking care of the kids and all the local businesses, all the local charities, and all the local foundations, guys. That's what makes this community such an amazing place to live.
And we are back. Big shout out to Norrell Toyota, our title sponsor for today's episode. Thank you so much. We do appreciate your ongoing support. I almost started early there when I saw the head nod, but I was like, that was too early.
That's fair. You also decided to fight the mic in the middle of that.
Yeah, did I hit it?
Oh, yeah, heavy. Like, it was ringing my ears. Thank you.
Sorry about that.
No, you're not.
Yeah. So as everybody at home knows, I don't introduce my guests because they can do a better job at that than myself. So can you please tell everybody at home who you are and what you're about?
My name's Lavern Cormier, and I'm here representing the Genealogy Society here in Fort McMurray.
Okay, so you guys have a grand opening happening soon, or what are we calling it? We're calling it an open house.
We have an open
There we go, see?
We have an open house happening on
I love to be corrected.
25th.
Okay, an open house.
Yes, on Saturday the 25th of February. And
Okay.
It's going to be from 1 to 4 in the afternoon.
Okay, because you guys have been here for quite some time, so this
Yes.
would be not an open house,
No,
or not
no.
a grand opening.
Not a grand opening.
How long have you been in the uniform building?
Unifor building, we've been there since 2015.
Okay, so you guys have been there. There's a bunch of different non-for-profits in the basement there.
There is. Yes, there is.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. And so we had one of your colleagues on earlier, and so she was telling us about like that there's a library down there that people can come and check out. Mm-hmm. I did not ask the question then because I saved it for you. How big of a library are we talking here?
It's a fair size. Square foot wise, around 1,000 square foot.
Oh, wow.
Well, actually, it's 1,033, I do believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a nice size library.
Right. And so where and how are you getting these books and all of the other things that you have?
We've fundraised it over the years, mostly through casino.
Okay.
And we've been able to get enough money together to buy the books we want, the microfilm we want.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And so where do you go and find, like, this is something that's always fascinated me about libraries and just like collections of books. Like, one, it's a two-part question. Okay. One, who decides like what books to get and where to order them? Is it an individual or is it a group think tank? And second, like, where? Do you just like buy them from like other libraries? Like, how does that happen? Do you go to garage sales?
Okay, so we get together as a group and we decide our wish list.
Right.
Or any members or anybody coming in would do a wish list, and then we took it, and then looking at our money situation,
right,
we'll order what we have on our wish list.
Okay.
So like my interest is in a particular area, someone else is in a different, so we want to have everybody as happy as possible.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And then as librarians, we would order then from companies. We would go searching. Sometimes it's a secondhand one we get, sometimes it's a brand new one.
Right.
So yes.
Right. Mm-hmm. So with the type of books that you guys have, especially because you're going back in people's history, mm-hmm. like, and you're helping them find like what's happening in like the 1700s, for goodness sakes, like
yes.
That's not, those aren't books you can necessarily just order, or like those records. So do you have those, or are you guys just teaching people how to find some of those ancient artifacts?
We have some of those records, and one of the biggest collections we have right now is the Hudson Bay records for this area. So for Fort McMurray, for Fort Mackay, for Fort Smith, for Fort Chippewan, we have the Hudson Bay records in our library on microfilm.
Really?
And a beautiful microfilm reader too.
Okay, let's talk about the Hudson Bay Company for a while, because I think, like myself, being of the age I am, when I first found out about Hudson Bay, I just thought it was like a mall, kind of like Zellers,
right?
Which is coming back, by the way. I don't know if you guys heard about that.
I did.
Are we getting one?
I sure hope we are. We're not.
Three in Edmonton, none here yet.
Oh, brutal!
I had to look.
Oh, well, I'm glad you did.
Bring it back, Zellers. We had one. We can support one.
That's right.
Yep.
So I always thought Hudson Bay was that.
Right.
And then as I grew up and I started going to school, I found out Hudson Bay was a company and trading and that, so on and so forth. So now that you're telling me that they have records, explain why the Hudson Bay Company would have records. I don't know much about the organization.
Well, I don't know as much as some of the other ones in our, cause like I've never had anybody in the Hudson Bay, but
Okay.
like one of the ladies I was helping at one point in time was Elsie Yannick, Grandma,
Okay.
Grandma
Right.
Elsie, right?
Yeah, I know. Elsie.
And of course, she had Fort Smith
Right.
and Fort Chippewa. She had people. So we went back and we found sometimes they list the marriages. So anything that's happening within their fort, they would record. So the people who were working, sometimes their family members. So yeah.
Cool. Okay, that is fascinating. So like you guys are really able, like I would have, when you say
And
you're
that's
going,
physically in our library.
right.
Like this is not something you're going to find online.
So people, if they were looking for that, like would have to come to Fort McMurray or make a
Well,
next,
no, there's other places, I'm sure, other
Yeah.
institutes that you could get it.
Right.
But in this area,
Yeah.
it's at the genealogy library and only there.
So I've got an like I thought I was going in one way and now I'm going in another way. All right. So you guys are the branch for Fort McMurray.
We're the Fort McMurray branch of the Alberta Genealogical Society.
So that means there are other branches.
There are other branches, yes.
So when it comes to like doing like fact-finding missions and people are going back, are you guys in communication with one another and being like, hey, I got this, do you have this? Like, is there that kind of communication?
Not in that particular, like we have a list of what other branches have. So
Okay.
We can pull up a list and say, okay, yeah, maybe we can get this from this one, or maybe you can contact. But
Okay.
yes.
Very cool. Okay. That's fascinating because, yeah, when I talked with your colleague, I don't want to say her name because her episode may or may not have aired yet. So, but I was thinking, like, how are you going to go back in time and find these things? But yeah, going to Hudson Bay, going through church records, like, you got to be like Sherlock Holmes. This is not an easy, just like, make a phone call kind of thing.
No, and sometimes you get people, oh, I found this on the web. Is it right? Is it transcription? Did you see the original?
Oh.
So these are a lot of things we like to reinforce is like, check your facts. Because I keep finding, I go on some of the bigger sites.
Yeah.
I find a tree, woo, and then start looking, start double checking. Oh,
Yeah.
That's wrong. Shoot. So you think you're getting the right, but if you don't have the guidance
That's
in
right.
order to show you,
Yeah.
yeah.
So are you telling me that not everything on the internet is real?
I'm sorry to break it to you.
Oh, man.
Not here on the Mag City Morning Show,
Yeah,
though.
bubble burst.
Yeah.
Oh, that
What
is-
next, Santa?
Yeah, I know.
Yes. So yeah,
Okay.
so that's the type of thing you'll find at our library.
Very
Also,
cool.
if I know a lot of people are interested in DNA.
Yeah.
So like what I've done is I've gone to all the different companies, had my DNA done,
Okay.
so that I could learn how to do it, so I could help other people
Okay.
understand what they're looking at when they get their results.
Okay.
So we've done some basic DNA courses. We've done some workshops. We've done the basic genealogy ones.
Okay. So tell me a little bit about your background then. Where do you hail from? How far have you gone back?
1600s.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Okay.
Now with my Aboriginal line, I'm 1750 stuck and probably will remain there because
Yeah.
it's still showing up in my DNA, but records are not there to support it.
Okay.
Acadian, so like all the records. One of my ancestors was a master ship carpenter who arrived in 1644,
From?
France,
Okay.
Rochelle.
Okay.
Yep.
Fascinating. You, like, how long... Tanner hit his phone, so that means he's ready for the Max City Minute. But
You're good.
But before we get there, like, how long does it take you, or how long did it take you personally, because I guess everybody has a different story, to get back that far?
I've been researching for 35 years, so
Okay.
and I'm still researching.
Okay. Yeah.
There's no end.
No doubt.
No
Fascinating. Fascinating. Okay. Well, listen, Tanner has a segment called the Max City Minute. He's going to ask you some questions. I don't know what they are, so I wish you nothing but the best of luck. But before we start there, we're going to go to a sponsor, Carrie from Patchouli Rose. Please take it away.
Hi, it's Carrie with Patchouli Rose Herbal Apothecary. I know our summer is coming quickly to an end. And during the summer, we always think of applying our sunscreen, but sunscreen is a product that we should be using every day of the year to protect our skin against harmful UVA and UVB rays, also against premature aging. I have a product called Dandelion Harvest, which is moisturizing, anti-inflammatory, and is great for anti-aging. You can use this every day of the year, and it's very moisturizing. If you want to check this product and any of my other products out, please go to patchoulirose.com.
And we are back. Thank you, Carrie. We appreciate your ongoing support. All right, Tanner, hit it with the Mac City Minute.
Alrighty. Question number 1 for you today. What do you think is the most underrated dinner meal?
Underrated dinner meal. To me, your basic chicken.
What kind of chicken?
What kind of chicken? Baked chicken.
Okay.
I
Okay.
love it, but it's underrated.
Okay.
You can spice it up a little bit. You can put a little bit of herbs in there and take it to a whole new level.
Okay.
Question number 2. What was the craziest thing you have seen at your time in the casino?
I don't know if I've seen a whole lot of crazy stuff. I was always in behind when I was working there for the fundraiser. So, I don't think I've ever seen anything crazy there.
Yeah,
They cage me up. I'm in the back.
You know, they
I
keep
hang with my colleagues, so maybe them.
Yeah, they keep the crazy ones caged up, you know.
I know. Hey, it fits.
There you go.
Question number 3. What is one thing you did not expect to find when looking through your genealogy?
I did not expect to find.
Great question, man.
Yeah, it is a good question. What did I did not expect to find? I did not expect to find my husband and myself related.
Okay.
5 generations back.
Yeah.
I did not expect that.
There you go.
I don't think anybody does.
Yeah.
Nope. Did I throw you for a
You
loop?
stumped Tanner. That's been a first. First on the Max City Morning Show. Congratulations.
Yeah.
I've never seen Tanner
Aim
stumped.
to please.
Question number 4. What was your go-to order at Zeller's Cafe, aka the Skillet?
I would go for their French fries and gravy.
Everybody goes for the French fries and gravy.
Yeah.
It's so good. Okay, another great question.
And your final question. What do you think is one place in Fort Mac, other than your shop, most families would enjoy?
Families would enjoy. I'd have to say probably McDonald Island because that's where I go mostly with my grandkids.
And those have been your 5 questions.
How much has McDonald Island changed since like its inception?
Tremendous amount since we've been here in 81.
Unbelievable, right? Like my little boy, when we go there, they have that great wall that shows like the history, and you can see the pictures. And he's just like, I don't understand. Like, what did you do back in the day? Like, what was even in this building? I'm just like, that's a great question, Keegan. Not much.
It grew.
Yeah.
You went
Evolved.
skating. That's what
right.
you did in that building.
Yeah.
You went to the skating rink.
That's right. Skating, curling. And then I remember they had the smallest gym ever. It was just like an office built room, roughly this size.
And now it's up on the 3rd floor.
That's right. It's just crazy, like crazy expansion. So what got you involved with this organization? And yeah.
Oh, okay. My kids love reading. We love to encourage it. So we go down to the public library and we bring home books.
Right.
And this one day I saw this book, Pirates and Outlaws of
Okay.
Canada. Thought,
Okay.
My husband would like that. And
Yeah.
he wasn't with it. So I brought it home and
Right.
read it. And so it was sitting on the coffee table. So I picked it up and started reading through it. And there's a story in there, Pirates and a pirate and a princess story.
Okay.
I've heard this story before.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to when I brought the book back, I said, like, how would I find out more? And then they gave me information on how to contact the local genealogy society.
Okay.
So then I contacted him, and he says, okay, you don't start at that story. You start it yourself and work your way to that story.
Right.
So, yeah, so it was actually a reference from the public library to
Okay.
the genealogy society.
And how long ago is this?
1988, I would think.
Okay. So a while ago.
87, 88,
So
yeah, a long
when
time back.
the library was still in the provincial building.
It was in the provincial building.
Okay.
That's correct.
Okay.
Yep.
Now, with your search, did you have an idea, a rough idea, like, okay, I have some indigenous roots, I'm going to go down that route, like, okay, I'm from, like, potentially the East Coast. I'm going to go down that route. Or did you just go in completely blind? Like, I don't know what my background is.
When I started, because I started at the Genealogy Society, they started me with me.
Okay.
So you have to start with yourself. You have to prove yourself. You have to prove your parents. You have to prove each step of the way.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, I was wanting to go with this pirate and princess. And I grew up knowing I was Aboriginal, so there was never a doubt there. But I did not know which one was I knew what side it came from, but I didn't know it came from both sides of my family.
Oh, okay.
So I was aware of one, but I wasn't aware of it on both.
Interesting.
So, yeah, so you work your way, and then as you get far enough back, when one route don't work, you then go another.
Yeah. Fascinating. That is, I got to be honest, I've never heard of you guys before. And I'm so glad I'm hearing about you now. My mom is going to go down a rabbit hole. She is going to go down a rabbit hole. I was visiting her this morning, and she's retired, and she's like looking for things to get involved with, and she does a very good job. Like, she's a very busy lady, but I know this is something she is just going to like.
It is.
She's going to go nuts wonderful. About.
It's almost like your best friend that's always there for you.
Yeah. So cool. So did you end up getting to the pirate story?
I did.
Okay.
I did, but there's actually no documentation, so it goes down as legend.
Oh, okay.
So this story I have to put aside. So we did go to visit where there was a monument to the pirate and the princess, and we were able to go to, we didn't make it for the festival, but we were able to get some swag of Pirate and Princess.
Right.
Sheila Nagaira.
Right.
Yeah, and to find out that the guy was not supposed to be a pirate. He was a privateer.
Okay.
But the documentation is really not there to
prove
it.
that.
So it goes down as legend.
Right.
And unfortunately, I don't add it to my database unless it's proven.
Proven. Right. And so when you go out of Canada, where do you hail from when you're getting into like the 1700s and stuff?
1700s would be England. 1600s would be France.
Okay. Fascinating that you can like verify that is legitimate too.
Yes.
That's the interesting part that you keep saying is like the verification.
Verification. So even though I suspect, and with my DNA, it shows it all coincides. And actually, when I look at my ethnic origins there, it really corresponds with my genealogy.
Okay.
So I was very pleased with that part of it as well.
Okay. I have a question that might take a little bit of time, so I just want to know how much do we got left. Okay, I have enough time to ask this question. Okay, I did horrible in biology. Let's just put that on the record. So horrible biology student.
No comment.
And I'm not a genius by any stretch of the imagination. So this might be a really dumb question.
I don't think it's a dumb question.
When you do like Ancestry.com, and I've never done Ancestry.com either for everybody at home. So you fill out a survey, from what I understand. Maybe not. You give spit and potentially blood.
Okay, you spit.
Okay.
Some of them is a cheek swab.
Okay.
With Ancestry that you're talking about, it is spit.
Okay.
And you fill in your name. You're not filling in a survey.
Okay.
At that point in time.
How, based on your spit, do they find that out? Because like, I don't think your spit can tell you like color or any of that kind of stuff. So like, I don't know. Once again, horrible biology student. So I don't know how that works. So I'm just I'm interested.
Okay, I don't.
And you can say you don't know either.
I
so
didn't know the biology part either.
Yeah.
But the technology has advanced to a degree that they can use your spit,
right,
or your
cells, saliva,
your cells,
yeah,
to determine your skin color.
Okay.
Yes, the color of your eyes.
Right. Okay.
Your hair color, your hair, the texture of your hair. So, example, at 23andMe, I did that one. That was also a spit test. And
I've never heard. That's another company.
That's another company.
Okay, I was just I thought that was a program that I was just
23andMe. There's Family Tree DNA. There's Family Tree DNA. There's Ancestry. There's like GEDmatch. So
right.
You have so they. It was even able to tell me my characteristics, my features.
Okay.
It's like body type.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
They're that advanced.
Okay, so now, because what you guys are doing is like you're like verifying. You're going through all these checkpoints. You're getting like the documentation. When you got the information from these different organizations, did you find that it was matching what you were verifying on your own?
23andMe more so than any other one.
Really?
With the ethnic origins and this type of thing. The other ones are coming up to par now. They're again, as you get more people testing.
That's right.
And once you have, you can go in on the site and then you can fill in a little bit more information, your ethnic origin,
Yeah.
And the more information you're getting, and the more they're able to pinpoint different things.
And I would imagine when you get that information, it may not be like totally on point, but it points you in a good direction.
It points
so then
you in
you
a
can
good
start.
direction. Yes. And again, when it comes to DNA, it's what are you going to inherit? So you and I could be siblings, but we're going to inherit slightly different.
Right.
So they're not going to be exact because we're not exactly the same.
That's
people.
right. Fascinating. Okay, well, listen, I got lots of questions, but the show's only 20 minutes long. So thank you for coming in. This has been fascinating. I've really enjoyed this. This has been great. So, but before I cut you loose, everybody gets a shameless shout out or plug. So you have the mic, the camera, the lights. Have fun.
Come on down to the Genealogy Library. We're located in the Unifor Building on McDonald Avenue. We're in the lower level. Or visit our website. I don't remember the address, but our Facebook page is YMM Genealogy or the Alberta Genealogical Society. Stop by. We'd enjoy to help you.
There we go. And we'll swing by on your open house
okay.
on February 25th.
On February the 25th from 1 to 4. It's a
There
Saturday
you go.
afternoon.
Yeah, it's my birthday this year, so I'll come with my party hat on.
It's your birthday every year.
Yeah. All right. It is my birthday every year. That's correct. But it just happens to be on the 25th.
Well, perfect.
Yeah.
We'll wish you a happy birthday if we remember.
There you go. Well, on that note, Fort McMurray, Wood Buffalo, everybody around the world, thank you very much for tuning in. Really do appreciate it. Big shout out to our title sponsor, Noral Toyota, as well as Carrie from Patchouli Rose. Thank you for your ongoing support. I hope everybody at home is having a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.